Hey guys, it is me with the Prince, which means it's the Prince and Me podcast. And this fucking guy is still asleep.
Say his name and he appears.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about fucking Joe Hendry anymore.
I believe in my Gagne. I believe in my Gagne.
Oh yeah, Meaty Mike's in the house. Yo, you want to see a magic trick real quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna pull something out of my ass real quick.
Okay.
Whoa! Hey, buddy.
No, Hulk Hogan's brother.
Did you invite him?
Well, he's doing Hulk Hogan because I did my. Oh.
When I walked into the studio, I didn't know he was in here.
I didn't either. You see, he wasn't here. You say his name and he appears.
I don't believe in Joe Hendry, and I don't believe in Mike Gagne. So let's just get on with this fucking
You're already
podcast.
set, right? You're already set, right?
Canceled.
You think I should do what I should do?
Clearly,
I'm putting you in the fucking rings of Saturn.
Rings. No, look at the glasses, bro.
Sorry, guys. I had my roid rage. My bad.
Anyways,
Oh, my Fago's gone.
Would you rather have me here or would you rather have Patty?
I like. Don't bring it his fucking.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in head. Oh my god! That's a broken neck. Oh my
No!
Oh, my head is dead. Head is dead.
15 episodes and you killed them.
Clean up my fucking blanket.
It's funny as.
It took you guys 15
Hey,
episodes. to
hey,
kill
we're on the
that
same
thing.
page now. We fuckhead.
I
Okay.
believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, I love Joe Hendry now. Oh
Don't
my
witness the murder.
god, that
Oh my
was
God, Head's dead.
geez, yeah. We just, I only broke his neck. I didn't fucking kill him.
I'm just crying. For Head. R.I.P. Head. You will be missed.
So, anyways, trying to compose this. NXT is
Keep going.
is an amazing thing that is a collaborative effort between two brands that we never thought would actually develop into anything. And not only have they actually developed to working together, but they brought in a man that doesn't deserve to be in fucking NXT, honestly.
Like Frankie Kazarian.
That's not the guy I was talking about.
Oh, we talking about Shawn
Joe
Michaels?
Hendry's the fucking goat.
We talk about Shawn Michaels or Ethan Page? Oh, I know who it is. Sexy Red. Okay.
Oh no, yeah, Sexy Red. No, but yeah, no, Ethan Page's punches are dog shit. But yeah, no. Just the collaboration between these two companies is like saying to me that like in the foreseeable future, I genuinely do see a pay-per-view where they
Worlds collide.
like worlds collide for NXT or even for a main roster. Like for main roster and TNA.
They probably actually, if you think about it,
Dude,
what if they did like a Survivor series? It's WWE versus TNA.
that's fucking great.
NXT Takeover War Games.
Yeah, but like WWE versus TNA is something that we like was a fucking fiction for the longest fucking time. So
NXT Takeover Lockdown. But it's War Games.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that heavy. But also, imagine Roman Reigns appearing in TNA.
Imagine the King of the Mountain match on Monday Night Raw.
That's scary.
I still don't know what the fuck that match is, honestly.
Oh, Jesus.
You gotta watch the product.
I haven't watched TNA in a while, honestly.
No, I would make it, so that's yeah.
That's now that you said it, that makes it like the entire vibe of the room weird. Take that
Not
off.
really. I'm cool with it. I mean,
I'm not.
He's my tag partner. What are you so like?
Everyone's gotta get naked.
Okay, all right. Hold on. That's for later.
Yeah, that's not. That's
Where are you going
not
later?
for now.
I don't know. I'm gonna still be right here.
What if someone else says your name? You gotta appear.
Yeah.
Is that the only way you travel? Someone has to say your name.
He's like the fucking.
So I'm not going anywhere.
It's like the State Farm guy.
So when you go home, just say his name.
I will never say.
And I'll appear in your bedroom underneath your bed.
I will make sure to say your name right when I'm by a cliff, so I can shove you the fuck off. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Your fucking name. You fucking piece of shit.
Hey,
Anyways.
Hey, how did that thing go with like Punk and TK?
God damn it!
Sorry, guys. You okay? You okay? You okay?
I only fucking listen. I come to this fucking podcast for peace and love and to kill head.
Yeah, fuck
All right,
that noise.
Well,
Well,
see,
you got one of them.
Yeah, I got one of those.
see, from now on, I have something over you. I officially killed Ted, and you never got the job done. 15 episodes,
Ooh, I broke his fucking neck though.
and I ripped him in fucking half.
It was a collaborative effort. Let's just fucking equally
No.
equally say that.
No, not really. I mean, there wasn't a lot of neck there.
Oh my.
Come on.
Damn.
You did not get the fucking gimmick. You did not get the gimmick. Ew, fuck you.
You're not a shield.
I'm like Dean Ambrose when I have to come back in. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I like how the limp hand right there. The limp hand right there is just like not. Anyway, if I can fucking steer this in any fucking direction, where do you think Ricochet's going?
AEW.
That was the switch. We all talked about TNA. Now we're talking about
Well, because he didn't really follow up on it. Do you think Ricochet's going to TNA?
Why you bald?
no.
Oh no, he's going to AEW.
He didn't
Like,
resign.
which under-
Yeah, no, is that? Oh, yeah. Well,
When was the last time Lucha Underground was a fucking
Prince Puma's coming back. What are you talking about?
okay.
Good night.
He's gonna go to AEW. He's gonna be a flavor of like a month, and then they realize they overbooked him, and then they're gonna like, oh well, Ricochet versus Sanjay Dutt.
Oh,
Satnam Singh. Oh, no.
Why are you
looking at me like that?
It's
Say
okay, buddy.
his name
It's
and
okay.
he appears. I believe in Sanjay Dutt.
Fuck you.
hey, listen, Sanjay Dutt was crazy.
Yeah, maybe 15 years ago.
What about Midian?
What about him?
I don't know. I believe in Midian.
Midian's random. I haven't heard that name in 20 years.
I haven't either.
Midian and
I feel like who the fuck are you to say Midian's name on our goddamn podcast?
What does it say? Anything?
What's it?
In other news, AEW Forbidden Door coming up.
It's just
A pay-per-view that's
Oh.
literally just, you love it, right? You're gonna have both of your AEW champions face each other. You're gonna have Swerve versus Ospreay.
You know how I feel about this entire pay-per-view?
how Punk felt about.
It's gonna be the same thing as a lot of their
You drop
fucking
your phone.
pay-per-views. There's gonna be it's like one or two fucking matches on the card might possibly have a story, but the rest are just gonna be random as fuck with random people that we don't know.
Moxley will have the best match.
Moxley will have the best match.
What's Mox's match?
Moxley versus Naito.
That's gonna be a fucking Forbidden Door.
Yes.
Okay, I don't fucking know that.
Maybe the ladder match will be fun.
Yeah. Jack Perry's going over, baby.
No, that's the thing. That's just predictable. Jack Perry's gonna win, but I'm fine with that.
Perry.
Do you think they're gonna be doing the Acclaim versus the Young Bucks there? Or no.
They probably will
Well,
because
actually, yeah.
I mean, if they're willing to do Ospreay versus Swerve, even though they could have them face New Japan guys,
They should add a New Japan team and have it be a three-way.
Yeah,
they probably will. They'll probably have Bullet Club War Dogs or something. I highly doubt it, but
And then that would just
that'd be nice if they did that.
I'd actually be fine with them doing that, but the Acclaimed, if there's a triple threat, the
Wait.
Acclaimed not winning that one.
No, hold on. Let me cook. They're
Okay.
gonna do
All right, gotcha.
maybe what if they did fucking Bang Bang Gang versus Bullet Club War Dogs? Because it would make sense. Because fucking
It's too hot for this.
because didn't Finley turn on Jay White?
I don't fucking
I
know.
think he did in New Japan. if I'm
Right.
correct. So it kind of worked because he's the new Bullet Club leader. So it would kind of work out if they did
And it
that.
would still be AW versus New Japan,
Right.
and it would have actual storyline implications.
Right, it would because it'd be more of, and it's kind of like the same thing with like what was it? We were talking about it earlier. It was something like about like I want to say it was about NXT, that's for sure. We were thinking about something. It was like, oh well, it kind of made like if you. Oh, it was with Mello when so how he like kind of like naturally just turned into a heel on the main roster.
Yeah.
It was because it was around the time he turned heel on Trick. So it kind of like helped make sense of it was smart too, smart business decision, because it's like if you have him heel on the main roster, they're like, oh, when did he turn heel? And then it's like if you watch NXT, you'll see. So it's now getting more. So now they're trying to drag more viewers in for NXT as well. So it's kind of pretty interesting. So it's kind of like that's what they're like.
It's like they're trying to drive more viewers to fucking New Japan
for NXT, but like that's what they should do. Is like that would be a perfect match to drag more viewers to watch New Japan.
Yeah, because that's the only reason why you should have this fucking thing is to garner interest in storylines. That's the reason I have a pay-per-view in general, is to have storylines. Like the concept of Forbidden Door is good, but there needs to be way more crossover rather than just it feeling like these two people in a match. Let's see what happens.
Literally,
MJF.
That's how it's been so far, and it's just like how it was when they announced MJF versus that guy that he's facing now.
One of the guys from Gates of Agony.
Yeah, he recently just joined like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, which I mean, ultimately, I guess it's fair because we were saying how MJF versus Rush should have been on there.
It should have been because they were building that up like a decent amount, and it's like then you just.
But like that's the issue is where they're prioritizing more of the cross brand over the story.
Literally, that's the problem with this pay-per-view. I didn't think they were going to do it this year because obviously I don't know if you've seen that, but like a lot of the New Japan guys have been really like bashing on Tony Khan for basically taking advantage of New Japan.
Yeah.
And they are big time, and they're not even getting treated respectfully. Like I bet you every person that like every AEW person that's in a match with a New Japan person or CMLL, every AEW person is going to go.
But it's crazy because even despite the fact that when Joe Hendry came out, it immediately got eliminated. The WWE and TNA cross promote seems more like respectable.
It is because it's a mutual respect, and if you think about it, TNA is not trying to overuse NXT is not trying to overuse the TNA roster. They want to build it up. I mean, I don't think it really matters anymore because they did have Dana Brooke come back for that appearance. I was gonna say at first I don't think they're gonna use people that was formerly in the WWE, but they might. So like you never know. We could even eventually get like we could finally get that Ali versus Wesley match that was supposed to happen before he got released. Yeah, but I don't think they would. And maybe it would be for the TNA X Division title. Or I could see that. Actually,
or even like I like this idea of fucking Survivor Series, like a Survivor Series, or like them brand versus brand. I'm fine with that because I feel like
I think the pay-per-view would be a lot longer though.
Yeah.
I feel like in my opinion, it would probably be like I don't think as long as WrestleMania, but close to it.
And the best part about it is like NXT has people that can lose. With AEW and TNA, AEW literally went on TNA television and was like, this is a shit fucking product that we're like Tony Khan basically was like, yeah, we're just we pay for this advertisement space.
And I don't like how he keeps saying now his new catchphrase of AEW is where the best wrestles, because let's be honest, there's not a lot of best, like there's a small pond of selection of great talent in there. Yeah. Because like for example, like you don't need to really have like there's so many people there that you don't really need to have.
So like AEW is where the best wrestle, but WWE is where the best is developed.
Exactly. And that's the funny thing is that their best is formerly from WWE or any other place other than AEW. There's no homegrown best AEW talent other than maybe MJF.
Hangman Page. I'd say Hangman Page.
He did New Japan and ROH right before that, anyways.
That's fair, but
same thing with Kenny Omega, same thing with the.
But that was my first exposure to them, so that's why I'm saying homegrown from my point of view.
Yes, okay, yeah, that is true. Yes, but other than that, the only guy that they have that's like the best from their talent pool that's like legit from AEW day one is MJF.
Yes, because
and Kenny Omega, because I would say he did carry,
but he was elsewhere beforehand.
But he was everywhere beforehand.
And also, like, it's bad how much MJF is the crutch of AEW. That is an issue.
Yeah, because it took them so long to finally treat him with respect.
Yeah, because the time, even now, like when he was gone, is when they got exposed the most, and we're getting shit on the most. And even now, they're getting shit on. But at least MJF is the redeeming thing. But
I think people would have not be bashing it if maybe Adam Cole wasn't injured, because then obviously I think what the game plan was going to be was MJF Adam Cole. But now what pisses me off is that Adam Cole decided to leave WWE because he found out he was going to be a man. Rumor, it was, Derek Shades obviously was like, oh, well, he's going to be a manager for Keith Lee. Adam Cole was like, fuck that. I'm not going to sign. I'm going to just show up a week later to AEW. I bought that pay-per-view. That was my first pay-per-view. And all I can say from his whole entire run, besides the better than you baby, is injury prone. And it pisses me off because it's like Adam Cole's good, okay, but yet all I've seen him do is get injured.
He had a decent feud with Orange Cassidy, and then
a decent, which helped brought in Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah,
that's
and
all
then
it did.
And then it tanked because he had that really in reverse fucking booked storyline with Chris Jericho, where they started with the peak of them fucking attacking Britt Baker,
and then it just ended with Sabu gets involved
for fucking no reason, and then the match was so bad at that pay-per-view that they needed to do Adam Cole and Britt Baker versus Chris Jericho and Saraya, I think.
Yeah, it was that because they were building up Saraya and Britt Baker's feud because Saraya, I think, just came in.
Yeah, and then that was a better match, but at the same time...
But that's also because the thing is that they weren't... Because they were able to tag in and out. It's not like a one-on-one match where you're doing a bunch of shit at once.
And then Adam Cole... Again, Adam Cole versus MJF, I'd say injury prone as fuck. That's a negative. But the actual feud itself... It was a fucking highlight for 2023 to 2024.
It was, and the build up for it was the highlight because that's all I wanted to watch was that.
And
other than that was Moxley, but that's also because Moxley's one of my top 3 favorites of all time.
I honestly got
Moxley's the man.
Right.
And then now they have, what is it, the Undisputed Kingdom? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I don't think that's bad, but it's literally this is what pissed me off too. Wardlow is literally history repeats itself in that faction because he's literally being treated like how he was in the Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't just once Adam Cole said, "Oh, when Wardlow wins world title, he'll give it to me," I would have been Wardlow. I would have looked straight at him, said no, walk right out.
Because then that shows absolutely for what
it shows that MJF is, or it shows that Wardlow learned from his mistakes, and it shows that Wardlow is not a fucking idiot, but it literally just shows he's just a meathead.
But also, like, I feel like where it could have gone good was if it did play out, and then he turns face against Adam Cole to be with MJF.
I mean, that could be the case.
Yeah. That's the best way that this predicament could have ended. But like right now, the Undisputed Kingdom's coming out, and Wardlow is not with them.
Yeah, which is weird, but like it makes no sense because then there's no explanation to that whatsoever. It's just he's just not there.
Yeah.
Unless if like maybe he just didn't resign and no one knew that, but there's been no talks about that.
Trust me, if there is,
he would have been picked up by WWE,
right, immediately because WWE is interested in Wardlow. That's for sure. I know that.
I feel bad just because of the MJF versus him storyline being so good, and then immediately fucking tanking to the low ground, then him getting up, down, and then now it's in a fucking limbo.
In my opinion, I think his whole career is going downhill ever since he won the TNT title.
Because he made the TNT look he made it look like shit.
Tony Khan made it look like shit.
Yeah.
Wardlow should have held that for a decent amount of time, but no, they had to have Powerhouse Hobbs win. They had to have Samoa Joe win, and then for Wardlow to win it back from both of those guys. Like, it made no sense. Like, there's no reason for that hot potato. I understand they're all big, beefy men, but that does not mean, like, for you to just fuck over Wardlow. Because also, if you think about it, too, Wardlow's kind of a homegrown talent as well.
Yeah.
I think he actually is.
And so, like, and then not only what pissed me off at that circumstance is not only do you not treat the actual talent well, but you're not treating the title well either, to the point where you need to have a legend come in and restore it. A championship should be built up and treated with respect to help other talent when it gets it. Like, it should be the person that makes the championship, but it builds up prestige.
Literally like when John Cena was doing the U.S. Open Challenge, or when Seth Rollins was doing his previous World Heavyweight title run.
Yeah.
That's literally what it's got to be. That's what every title should be. Obviously, you don't have to hold the title for that long, but you could still do so much with so little time you have.
And it's
You have to make it count, and that's what's so ridiculous is that Tony Khan is not letting them make it count.
because he's not letting them. He didn't let him hold it for like a month or two.
No, he had him hold it for 2 weeks
Mm.
to put it on Hobbs, and then
If you
1
need,
week later, Wardlow gets it back.
if you
No,
need
the
to
day
do,
Wardlow lost it to Hobbs. Wardlow won the title at the pay-per-view 3 days before.
yeah. If you
That's what-
need,
Oh, I didn't.
and then the only reason Powerhouse Hobbs won it, which was fucking immediately murked, was the fact that QT Marshall helped him, which made it like, okay, you
I
won
mean,
the
it's
championship.
understandable, but still, why would you have Wardlow drop it so like early?
Yeah, just to, it does
And
not.
for
make
example,
fucking sense.
another example of Tony Khan not caring for his talent. Remember when they were supposed to do the fucking big beefy meaty men match at fucking,
Trust me, I have
I have
PTSD. I have PTSD.
and then Keith Lee was supposed to be in it, and then Keith Lee's injured. Oh really? Y'all didn't fucking know that? Why are you saying it last minute?
Oh, speaking of which, where the fuck is Keith Lee?
Right,
The last time I'd seen Keith Lee
I think
was
it's-
backstage WWE. That's
literally. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna be one of the guys that when his contract's up,
And
I'm out.
what fucking pissed me off so much is they have dead ass like what? Dude, they have 4 hours of television every week. They have 2 with Dynamite. No,
No, they have 6
They have
hours.
5.
Or
they
no,
have 5.
no,
They
they
have-
have 5 because it's 2 for Dynamite, 2 for Collision, and 1 for Rampage.
and then they've made Collision feel like another Rampage because nothing actually. It doesn't feel like anything important happens there.
And
Right.
they even have ROH. If you don't have something from an AEW, do something with ROH.
And they don't even do that. Like for example, what the fuck is it?
ROH is
Oh,
turning
can we talk about something else? Where the fuck has Luchasaurus been?
Uh,
Oh wait, I forgot he's fucking Kane. She came. My bad.
No, to be
my
fair,
bad.
it's because it's
I
not.
kind of forgot.
I don't know where he is either because all I know is kill switch. Technical fucking issues, but
I'm sorry. I got really interested.
you really.
I
This is a place
Speaking
for my
of-
safety.
Speaking of this, I've heard that Midian once asked Stephanie McMahon out on a date, and she said no because her dad said no.
say his name and he's appeared. I told you this.
But
Other
yeah,
news,
yeah, yeah. I don't really fucking care honestly. I don't know why that was in there. But in other fucking news, where's Dijak been?
Exactly.
This is
Where
fucking
the fuck
week
is-
8. But I actually have a fucking answer
He's on speed, baby.
on fucking speed in an alleyway fucking dying.
Ratioing, but he's gonna ratio you next. if you
No,
find someone
he
who
is
said that.
in
he already
speed.
ratioed me.
He is
Yeah, ratio
on
him.
speed of losing to Xavier Woods. Which
Oh, he lost
At
that
least,
match.
at least this is Xavier Woods and not like Cedric Alexander.
that's fair. Again, that is very fair. But the fact is, Dijak does not deserve this fucking disrespect.
Maybe Triple H has decided that since like Dijak's like feuded with Santi Zap, like
They're
He's
gonna
like-
bring
he's
in,
like-
they're gonna bring in Santi's app.
no, the minute he shows up, that's when Dijak returns, and then he's like, God damn it!
Yo, Money in the Bank's in Canada, so they'll be in Canada. Santi's Canadian.
Actually,
They need to do a spot with Santi.
have you seen the fucking advertisements for Money in the Bank?
No.
I like it. I like
The-
how the graphics.
The graphics are like 2 fucking spies, like a man spy and a female spy, and it's actually so. When I saw it on fucking Clash of Castle, I was like, this is one of the best fucking actual advertisements I've seen just with the animation.
Speaking of Clash at the Castle, let's talk about it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dog.
Could have been better.
I watched parts of it.
Wasted my time. What?
I watched parts of it. AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes, from my recollection, I actually really enjoyed. And during hearing your point of view, understand, but like during watching it, it was like, okay, that's fine. Because mostly because the steel stairs, the finish is the finish is AJ Styles getting smacked with a chair over and over again and not quitting, him getting up into the corner, and he's trapped by a fucking handcuffs. And then Cody Rhodes coming in with big ass steel stairs, threatening to throw it in his fucking head, which again to me, steel stairs hold like some actual weight to them. So I was fine with it. But what I didn't like, what I really didn't like,
He full on cowered out. Like
He-
he was like, I quit.
again, that part is fine to me, because if they had not actually thrown the steel stairs at them, that would have added like, okay, he might have actually gotten injured. But the fact he threw the stairs at him and then showed that he was like, he blocked it. He was bleeding after, but at the same time, it was like you saw it and it wasn't that devastating. It was like, okay, all right, that kind of feels like
But
fucking.
here's the problem though with that though is that during the build up for that match, AJ wasn't really being a coward.
Yeah.
So why would he be a coward then? Wouldn't he just own up to it and then just take it and then I don't know, they just keep going? Because like the thing is though is that AJ was begging for a rematch against Cody. So why would he end up just giving it up after?
Yeah.
If he was a coward, like for the build up of the match, makes total fucking sense.
One of the highlights for me from this match, honestly, was AJ Styles setting up this phenomenal form. He wraps a fucking chain around his arm.
I did like that.
Jumps up. Cody just fucking throws a chair.
Saboed it.
And then fucking he falls like a goddamn cartoon into a fucking table.
Unprotected.
It was good, and I respect that. That was really
I seen
good.
something on Facebook today that had cartoon noises.
And then another highlight was Cody Rhodes' mom slapping AJ Styles.
Like 4 times.
Like it was fuck you.
I don't think she got the memo. Like she knew she was supposed to slap him once, but I think she was just like, I'm gonna slap him again. It's still right here.
No, to be fair, honestly, if you're a mom and you're in reaching distance, keep fucking slapping.
Maybe she thought like that when she slaps him once that he was gonna leave. Maybe like she just thought, oh, he's not leaving. Okay.
Now, by my logic, if I'm seeing my son getting the shit kicked out of him by someone and fucking chaining him up, and then they come out within reaching distance, as long as they're in reaching distance, I'm slapping.
But the thing is, though, she didn't do it to The Rock.
It's The Rock, dog. Have you seen
that? Don't fucking matter. AJ Styles is AJ Styles too. I mean, I know he's not as popular as The Rock. Okay, I understand that. But still, it's the same thing.
The Rock is the boss. He could be fired if she's
The Rock.
He's not part of the bloodline. What are you fucking doing?
Fuck, he is.
Is he still part of the bloodline? Oh yeah, I guess he is. I mean,
put your fucking ones up for the tribal chief. That. Do it again. Point your finger, motherfucker.
Hey.
No.
You're not gonna bully my podcast co-host.
Deadass.
You just let me strangle him and then you gave me a.
It's my job.
No.
I'm gonna put up the ones.
Put up the ones. Do it again.
I will.
Don't bully my
Then you slap him when he does it again.
Put the ones.
Good job. Good boy.
I just need to hear him say it, not you. Next match. I'm not gonna fucking say anyone's name. Anyways, next match was women's 3-way tag.
You drop your phone again.
Women's 3-way tag.
Dog shit. Dog shit.
Dog shit. I was really kind of happy with the finish.
I was
happy with the finish. It was kind of just the spirit of the finish of who won the tag titles. I was happy with that, and that made me fucking feel good.
I mean,
but
like the right people won, but
I didn't really watch it because I didn't like. So it's like I kind of didn't really care for it, but it was more of I mainly cared about Priest and McIntyre and Gable and Sammy.
Yeah,
and a little bit for Cody and AJ because I knew it was gonna be a good match. I was like, okay, so something good to watch. I'm not saying that the women's match was gonna be terrible. I just wasn't really very interested in wanting to watch that, or like I wasn't gonna really like oh, I'm gonna stab somebody if I don't watch the match.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It was kind of like something. It's just a match to throw on the card, just so then they can use all the people from fucking Glasgow.
But at the same time, they're treating like the women's tag titles are not taken serious.
They're not.
But at the same time, the booking is trying. The booking is trying, even if people look at them and they're like.
But if they were trying, though, they would have just had Jade and Bianca retain. Because look at it this way.
Tag team.
I mean, they're not a real tag team, but they're literally Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. It's like literally like genetic freaks, kind of with athleticism, strength. Like not saying like they got like super like crazy strength, but again, you could definitely fucking see it for both of them. So again, it's like why would you have them lose? I understand that 3-way; it would make total sense, but like.
The issue here is that the look is there, but the actual in-ring ability on one half of the actual tag team is faltering.
And I don't feel like Bianca's anything special either. Like she's not a bad wrestler.
I harshly disagree with that.
I don't say she's like the best of all time. I think it just needs some more time before that can be discussed with her because it's like
good.
She's good, and like she was like hot back then with like getting popular, very talented, and then now it's kind of like since they kind of overuse her, so it's like now she's kind of like wearing out.
Yeah, that's fair. Overuse.
I'm not saying like she's sloppy or whatever. It's more of just now fans are not gonna really care.
I haven't cared about Bianca Belair in years.
I think the only fault of her is maybe when she's not given anything storyline wise, her mic work could use
Yes,
work.
it could be.
When she's not compassionate about something, that's where it falls. The in-ring ability is always on point to me.
Storytelling, I say, needs a little work as well.
When it comes to a women's match, if Bianca Belair is in the match, I look forward to it.
Well, yes, but the thing is, though, is it's not really a tag match I'm expecting to see of Bianca, because Bianca's a multi-times women's champion, a Royal Rumble winner. Why would you have her become tag team champion? I know Charlotte and Asuka were, but the thing is, though, Asuka was a former tag team champion anyways and that's what made the women's tag titles popular, was with Kairi Sane. So it made sense for her to be tag champ, but like,
yeah, I feel like
you randomly got like
I
people
feel
like fucking Charlotte Flair getting it when she doesn't even need the title to begin with.
Yeah, Asuka and Kairi were a glimmer of hope in the fucking tag team division.
Right, I thought when they put the titles on them, it was a safe option, obviously, a safe and smart option. Kairi can work, Asuka can work. And it's safe because they're former women's tag champs, and they know like how to do their.
But also, my point is, do we even remember the fact that Kane and Carter and Katana Chance were tag champions?
I actually almost forgot about that, and then
they were
yes,
tag champions.
They were. I think if I'm correct, didn't they beat Shayna and Ronda?
I believe so. Because
yes, they did. They
Shayna and Ronda were tag champions.
Yeah, because remember they unified the NXT women's tag and the WWE women's tag,
which sucks because the NXT tag was actually good.
And what's funny about it is that it was Alba Fire and Elsa Dawn who faced Ronda Rousey and Shayna, and then Ronda and Shayna basically squashed them and fucking
all the way up.
And I was so fucking mad about that because Ronda didn't need it either. Shayna, I understand because I mean that's all the only title she's pretty much literally won besides the NXT women's title.
Oh yeah, they did that just to split Ronda and Shayna like a month later.
Yeah. They had fucking Shayna.
I remember actually being surprised by that.
Yeah, but also it was also kind of obvious.
That match was so bad to the point where my ass, who was even sitting in the stadium, started falling asleep.
I didn't care for it because it's like.
And again, so the match itself was not the best. And again, I highlighted, especially at the most pinnacle part of where a match should peak, immediately fucking fell on its face. And I'm of the opinion usually that people are fucking human. They're going to make mistakes. But in a fair thing as well is like,
there comes to a point.
It comes to a point where it's just like
you keep repeating.
And I don't know why. I don't know why when you have I fucking personally as a wrestler, springboards to me are something I'm not trying to do because I know it's like you're gonna fuck up.
It's a scary thing to do. Also, it's like kind of like you're very risky with that.
But also, it's like if you know you're not completely where you're at, why try and springboard into the ring? Like like you should just get in and get to the spot if you're not fully committed to springboarding and can do it consistently. Like I have not seen Jade Cargill really springboard all that much. So I feel like it might be insecure on her part that she wanted to springboard to prove that she's good in the ring, and then that happened.
Oh, did she have a springboard in Clash?
I think it wasn't that it looked like it attempted a springboard.
Jade went to springboard, she didn't get her foot all the way up, and she fell flat on her fucking face because she sucks at wrestling.
And then she did the comeback. So again,
and it even looked like shit when she did the comeback.
But again, silver lining of this shit sandwich is again, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn winning the tag titles.
But what makes me mad though is that they did that was the first match to have people from Scotland in.
Yeah.
And you already can tell right there that no one else in the other matches was gonna win.
And I feel like that would have been an issue. It would have been a conflict of interest because I feel like the World Heavyweight Championship should have main evented either way, especially with that finish. That finish was fucking.
It was the best match to main event because, like, even though yes, this like a stipulated match would kind of should be the main event because of how that means the match is very serious or should be taken seriously.
Well, depending on the stipulation, and
well,
I quit should be the main event.
Right. I thought immediately, okay, I quit. It's gonna be main event, and then all of a sudden I heard, oh, Priest and McIntyre. Okay, so Cody and AJ semi-main, understandable. It works. Yeah. I'm fine with that. No, they put him in the opener. Cody literally pulled a Brock Lesnar from WrestleMania 35 and was, if I'm not main event, I'm opener. Even though Cody's not really like that, but still, it's literally what he pulled. It's a WrestleMania 35.
I would have, honest to God, if it didn't have the CM Punk finish, I would have saw no reason. Because literally the fact that was the main event, I'm not sure if that would have.
If it was McIntyre and Cody, okay, obviously it would be main event because it's the same title he challenged for pretty much at the last Clash.
Right.
But the World Heavyweight title is a whole different thing.
Because the World Heavyweight title needs to have at least prestige put on it in the main event.
And McIntyre's a good person to put that on because McIntyre's a former world WWE champion. So it's
And-
like,
Yeah. The next one was Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable.
I thought that was a good match. What annoys me though is that they waited until the Raw after Clash of Castle to have Goldust just turn on him. Why wouldn't you just have done it right after? It would everyone would have popped.
Yeah, exactly, because that was such a bigger fucking audience too to get a bigger
And they
pop.
literally like Chad Gable literally I think hit because he hit Maxine. All it took was a Kirizawa for you to like clothesline him.
True.
I think in general you should have fucking hit him. It seems to be as if like
Was the Maxine more of like this?
it was an accident, but Otis didn't see that. So Otis thought he purposely took out Maxine.
Yeah.
And then
Maxine was wearing that boot.
So you'd think he would have hit him for taking
Hit-
out Maxine, but no, he took out
And hit-
Tozawa
and hit a girl first off too.
Mm.
Which
So-
I'm surprised they
and
even
I think
did, by the way.
I think the only legitimate like thing to that is like they wanted to have the downfall of Chad Gable all in one fucking episode, which was him getting turned on after being destroyed by Braun Strowman and then him being murdered at the end of the show.
Well, also not winning a number contendership match.
Yeah. Well, actually, he's in the
for Sami Zayn, not number one contendership.
yeah.
But he's supposed to face him and
Bronson Reed.
Yeah, Bronson Reed.
Bear Bronson.
Yeah,
But that would-
AEW
but-
boy.
But that would honestly be the only reason I'd see as to why they would hold off. But I don't think that's a good enough reason.
But they should have just done it all at Clash of the Castle.
That
Exactly.
That match also had the wrong winner. Gable should have won that. 'Cause
Yeah.
Now that he lost that time,
I don't
I
care.
don't
for
give a shit. If Gable wins the title from now, I'll be fucking
annoyed.
actually really mad.
'Cause I would-
It's like this has been going on a year.
It
He
should
keeps fucking losing.
because we're like okay, it should have happened a year ago when he was initially facing Gunther. Okay, no, it should have happened at Mania. Okay, he doesn't get the match. Okay, he faced off against Sami Zayn. He doesn't get the win. It's like okay, three
He
times.
loses to Sami Zayn 3 or 4 times. Yeah.
Yeah, or like those big moments where we think he's gonna win. There's been 3 of those, and they've been taken from us. So it's like
Like that ship has sailed, and I bet you that's what's gonna happen. He is gonna win the IC title,
Mm.
but no one's gonna care because
But,
it's like you
again-
made me waste all this time for a whole
but
year
again-
watching the content just for you to.
But again, I feel like it might be the PTSD of Vince, but like I genuinely feel like in the long-term booking, I can trust Triple H. So I'm on your side
True.
I'm on your side when it comes to like we've been let up so many times to be disappointed, but at the same time, Triple H is behind the books, and he wants Chad Gable in the company forever. So eventually, it could be a few. It just depends on the storyline. I'd
Yeah, I
say
mean, I think the only way for him to win IC title is if you babyface.
at this point, I'd say so.
It's got to be baby.
But at the same time, it could be him with the Creed brothers as heels.
It could be, but that's what they should have done at Clash or like literally on Raw. What they should have done was this, okay?
Mm.
They shouldn't have even had Chad Gable involved with getting jumped by Uncle Howdy.
Mm.
I mean, it was a cool thing, but still, they shouldn't have really had him involved because it's not like Chad Gable's going to feud with them because he's literally announced to do a triple threat match for Money in the Bank qualifying match.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's even the point? He's literally just going to no-sell, pretty much looking like he got shot in the head.
Also, I'm pretty sure if you look there, Braun Strowman may have also been laid out by them.
It was Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Gunther, Triple H.
Gunther got laid out too.
Apparently, yeah.
People
that didn't really need to get laid out.
Yeah. I think it's because the Wyatt Six is going to be, I'm assuming, a face group.
Because how much pop the fans had for it.
So but it's inherently just that setup alone. It's a spooky dookie fucking group.
I'm just hoping that they get booked right. I'm just hoping this works out very well.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's like I'm not saying I don't want to sound like a dick with this. I don't want this to be all for nothing. This is for Bray. I don't want this to all end for nothing. Like I don't want this to end shitty and literally doesn't get.
You want to know why I think the best path for that is? I don't think that this group even needs titles.
They don't.
I think it should be fully dependent on storylines.
I think they should do it like literally how the Fiend Bray Wyatt was in the beginning. He's going after people he needs revenge on. And actually, an Easter egg, by the way. Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, he wears the Hurt glove.
Mm.
And that means, and it has Bray on it, obviously, but it's the Hurt glove. He's coming for revenge. So it's probably going to be some of the feuds Bray has already had his revenge on when he was a Fiend. But it's going to be interesting with that.
Yeah, because Bray went against a lot of fucking top guys, and that does include Roman Reigns to an extent as well.
And I'm happy that they do have Eric Rowan back doing this, because if we are to have anyone in there in general, it's Eric Rowan or Braun Strowman, but mainly Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan is a day one OG of the Wyatt family. And he's been through all of it. He's the one that's had it the roughest.
And also, I'm glad they finally found a gimmick for Dexter Lumis that I feel like actually kind of fits him.
Right, not the like creepy stalker type, and then they just end up dropping it off just for him to go to Tacoma PD, and then for like an episode, and then he grows out his beard, and then just this.
And then the other one is Joe Gacy, which I feel like is
it was perfect. It was a perfect fit.
And also Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross.
The sixth will be Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
People are also thinking too that they're not going to add a sixth, and sixth is just Bray's spirit.
I guess it's kind of hard because I can see that as well. I can
see both of them.
That was my initial point of view on it as well. But they kind of like, then what else is Alexa Bliss going to do? I mean, she'd come back to the face and then feud with them.
I just feel like the only thing she could do now is literally just be the Lily, like Alexa. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy that she got to work with Bray Wyatt.
That was
the Lily gimmick did not fucking work.
It didn't really work out well.
It was like, I wouldn't say it was dead on arrival because immediately the idea was interesting, and then I saw her straddle fucking Orton's legs, like literally sit on Orton's cock, and it was like, all right, that's not.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. I remember me and him, we were on the phone. We were like, "Yo, how mad do you think Randy's wife is right now?"
She even sent out a tweet about it,
and she wanted to fuck up Alexa Bliss too. I think Alexa Bliss even replied to it too on Twitter.
Yeah. I was just told this is what Vince told me. This is what Vince told me to do.
Fucking Vince. What was it? And also, I don't know if you noticed this either, but on Eric Rowan's gear, he is doing tribute to both Brody and Bray. And that got me not crying emotional, but that made me happy that not only Bray's just being remembered, it's also Brody.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be fair that it's only Bray that gets remembered. Brody should be as well, because Brody was a day one as well.
That's why
I think what they should do, to be honest, is I think next week, if they were to do the Money in the Bank, I think they should jump Strowman. I think Strowman should be the first one.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, I think Bray didn't really get a revenge on kind of Strowman.
Mm-hmm. And also
Braun Strowman is the reason why Bray Wyatt lost the Universal title to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And also it's like Strowman himself as an individual is in a liminal space. They're gonna try and push him as a monster, but it's feeling like it's just kind of not working a little bit. So I think at this point, even if he loses the feud, to put him in something this interesting as the Wyatt Six for the first feud puts him over in a way.
It does, because then it keeps him involved, and it shows that they're not gonna make us forget that Strowman wasn't in the Wyatt family. Mm-hmm. I could see him doing Strowman, Randy, and that might even help Randy turn heel after.
Yeah, but it's Vince PTSD. But in the back of my fucking head, I'm like,
Triple H has got.
Don't fucking tell me they're about to put him against Joe Gacy and fucking have him squash Joe Gacy. Like that if that were to happen, then that's just like you killed everything.
Yeah, like Joe Gacy. Oh, are you talking about
Braun Strowman versus Joe Gacy? That's something Vince would do immediately with this. And then
Strowman would squash every single one of them, and then when it got to
lose to Bo,
and pretty much is a squash match from Bo to Strowman. That's what Vince would have done. Triple H is going to do this smart. Eventually, what's going to happen is maybe I don't know, they'll figure it out.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is
it might even just end up being WWE versus Wyatt Six.
Because if they do it that way, if they have all WWE face off against them and then have them lose to WWE, it's like that actually bring me back to Nexus vibes. Never mind. That bring me back to Nexus vibes. I'd rather have them beat fucking.
Don't beat down everybody.
Yeah,
or be like how it was with Retribution.
Yeah, exactly. Where they're
sorry to cut you.
No, you're good.
But what I was gonna say was this just came to mind. I remember this. Here's a problem with doing this faction though. You got a whole nother creepy weirdo faction too. You got Final Testament.
The thing,
even though it's just Karrion Kross,
yeah,
it's still
the thing. they've changed Karrion Kross a little bit in presentation where it comes to he's more of a manipulator now. Like
yes, but it kind of still falls kind of in the lines a little bit.
I could see that as well.
And also, I just feel like Karrion Kross is now just racist because of just who he's been. I just feel like of who he's been feuding with for the past like few months.
My
It just feels very targeting.
Does that mean he's gonna feud with Cody Rhodes?
Fuck you! I'm trying to tell that joke.
No, am I wrong though?
No, you're not.
His first
You're
feud
not-
this year was Bobby Lashley with the Street Profits, and then after that, it's the New Day. He's still feuding with the New
He
Day.
just went after the New Day. There was
But
no like real reason.
But the
He
only
Well, you know,
just
but it's a
went
feud.
after the New Day.
No,
He just went after the New Day.
because he
No, you
no
can't even defend it.
listen, no, I can defend it because the New Day
You
has
can
been
defend
a
it.
fucking faction and have never splitting up.
Okay, so what about
And the
Bob?
min-
What
and
about Bobby and Profit?
I can't explain that. Okay,
Yeah,
It's just
okay,
another
okay.
feud.
Why did he
Okay,
just go after the New Day? They didn't
Because
even
the
do
new
anything to him.
because the New Day has been a unified faction for as long as they've been around, and Karrion Kross, a manipulator, wants to sow seeds into that to break them apart.
Why does he have to split up the?
And
New Day?
also-
why can't it be another tag?
And you're like kind of talking about how they changed Karrion Kross, manipulator, trying to change things. Bray Wyatt did the same thing as the Fiend. Look at it this way: he feuded with Rollins.
But, okay.
A few months later, Rollins turned
Okay,
heel.
but Karrion Kross is in a lot more direct, whereas like the Wyatts, like he did a lot more fucking mental games, like where it was like,
It's kind of still the same thing, though.
all right, that's fair. I'm not trying to defend this man. Okay, listen, I'm just saying.
It's kinda selling
I'm just
the
trying to say I
Am I
can't
wrong?
wait for the Wyatt 6. I just can't wait till the Wyatt 6 happens.
First you're saying questionable shit on catching up with Cade, and now you're saying questionable.
How
shit
am I
on-
fucking saying? No, what the fuck? How am I saying questionable shit? I'm waiting.
Do we
Exactly.
really have to have this discussion? I heard about some of these things. you said.
Anyways, Bailey versus Piper Nivens.
I didn't watch it either. I knew Bailey was going to win, so I didn't really want to watch it. It was an obvious answer.
I thought it was a pretty good match. I thought it was pretty good.
I'm not saying Piper Niven's terrible. It's just I just knew who was going to go over.
It's fair.
So I was like, why am I going to watch this if I already know the outcome?
The only highlight was fucking Chelsea Green coming out of the Rey Mysterio mask.
It was great. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. And I loved how Matt Cardona responds to, maybe this is how I'll return to WWE. And I laughed my ass off. I'm like, let's go.
And then the main fucking event.
That was a good match. I liked it.
I got so scared for Priest.
Shout out for the camera, though.
Yeah.
Camera angle for
Oh.
CM Punk.
Oh, yeah. So let's start off with it's in AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes in the lead, like actually like starting the match. Like AJ, like the ref fucking grabbed the ropes and dangled them a little bit and was like, "Hey AJ, check this out. Just make sure you know this." The implied the ropes were a bit loose. Could be a reason for the Jade Cargill thing, just saying. But
Yes,
also no, I fucking know. I fucking know.
Back at it again with the questions.
But yeah, that could be a reason why Damian Priest had that fuck up. But the same because he's always usually on point with that move specifically. But I don't know if that was meant to. Actually, no, because Drew McIntyre got laid out.
That's probably why Priest fucked it up.
Yeah. Very fucking scary, very fucking horrifying when I saw that. And he was clearly kind of fucked up a bit after the fact with the way he was holding his leg.
The entire match.
Apparently he was selling, I guess. I mean, he was probably, but Triple H did say, like, adrenaline, obviously.
Mm.
I
Still,
mean, he probably was feeling it. It looked like he was limping on the Raw after. A
yeah.
little bit. I think maybe it's just like maybe he's just, I don't know.
Again,
There's
no,
probably bruising right there, probably. I believe it.
exactly,
It's the
and
rope.
no official like injury has been stated, so I think we're good.
He's not relinquishing it because he just challenged Rollins at Money in the Bank, so
That'd
Yeah.
be a fun match.
that will be a good match. It's kind of weird though how early like Rollins came back, and I was not expecting that.
I didn't think he'd be back till like at SummerSlam.
I
Only
thought,
like 2 months, right?
yeah,
I
because
thought it
it was
would, like-
WrestleMania, and then after that he didn't come back, and then now he's back.
That is a fucking workhorse right there. As soon as he's ready to come back, he comes back.
I bet you what he
I would
did.
have rather had him confront Gunther at the end of SummerSlam.
Yeah, because then that would have been a good person for Gunther to solidify his title reign.
Actually, yeah, that is fair. If he's gonna he's gonna eat a L at some point versus Gunther would have probably been the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would have
perfect.
rather had Rollins eat an L Gunther than Priest.
and I would
Yeah.
rather have it where Rollins is in the Money in the Bank.
But also, like Priest needs one fucking legitimate win with this title.
And Rollins isn't the one he needs. He needs to beat like
Well, I mean, but they did work it out though of making sense as to why he needs to beat Rollins because he wanted to cash in on Rollins.
Yeah, that was the entire
That-
feud.
That's literally what he said in the promo on Raw. He was like, I wanted to cash in on you because then I would have known, like, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm an actual champion. And then Rollins called him out about it. He was like, oh, you're actual champion, blah, blah, blah. Are you like this, involving your Judgment Day? And then that's why Priest was like, okay, well.
So
you know.
storyline wise, it does make sense
It-
for him,
Right,
especially if it's going to be his last defense before he loses it to Gunther.
right. But the problem is, though, is that, I don't know, it's like, I don't know.
It's hard because the issue is, again,
Rollins just had the title 2 months ago.
he just had the title, but on top of that, Damian Priest has not had a successful defense where he didn't have some type of fucked up interference.
Well, if you really think about it, McIntyre kind of was, because it's like, you don't, like, the thing is, those, like, just because CM Punk got involved, I mean, he didn't really do much.
No, you cannot. No, the man slid in the ring. 1, 2, shoulders still down. 2. That is the most fucked me. You're not about to tell me that was like a little ambiguity. No, that was like he
Oh, yeah,
fucked.
That is the definition of you just got fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know? I'm going to do that in your match.
You're not the referee.
Slamming in Hamlin, June 29th.
Absolutely.
I'm going to
Mike.
come in, I'm going to fuck you over. I'm going to have Samson Alexander Esquire fuck on you and beat you.
That's when I.
Oh, yo!
Yeah. But anyways, that's what I think that Drew McIntyre is gonna fucking go to TNA.
So, do we have enough proof that he's...
Me and the Meats podcast.
Yeah!
Anyways, guys, it was nice seeing you. Drew McIntyre is gonna go to TNA. That's the clear.
Well, that's what they're gonna do because they can take advantage of it. Like, if they didn't have him resign, like if they let's just say they didn't announce that he resigned, it would have worked out so perfect because then everyone would thought it's legit. But you know,
especially, I mean, if they timed this better, but at the same time, it was like you can't control when a contract ends. Like if this ended right as his
no, because if
contract
you think
ended-
about it, though, McIntyre could still, like, I don't know, McIntyre could have added because they can also add extensions to it. So they could have added an extension to it and then
done this. So yeah, maybe not the best forward thinking, but at the same time, I still like the idea of him coming out with a mic and saying CM Punk, the crowd chanting CM Punk, and he's like, I quit. I don't want to deal with this. Especially after the fucked up way that CM Punk fucked him over. Was completely and utterly fine with that.
But I don't like it though because it's like now I think they're overdoing it now with it. Like I think now like Punk's obviously everyone knows Punk's now just playing with McIntyre.
Yeah.
Because now it's kind of like I don't know, how do I want to say it? It's kind of like how Rollins was with Mania 38. Like now he's obsessed with wanting that world title and obsessed with CM Punk. I believe in Tyler Prince. He's back.
What's wrong, buddy? What's going on?
You know what you said.
Shit.
You know what you said.
Words were left unspoken.
I think you might like TK. Like CM Punk you.
What's going on, buddy? What's wrong?
These are unsafe working conditions.
He's tired. He's old. And he works
fucking-
with.
And I work with fucking me.
What's wrong with me? I don't fucking know. What's
It's
wrong
okay.
with me?
It's okay. We love him.
Yeah,
He just says stupid shit.
I say things. I say things to get a rise.
Yeah, we do. There you go.
My job.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's where we fucking end the podcast. Okay,
What?
that was absolutely fucking horrendous.
I was trying to be nice the one time.
Yeah, get out.
Yeah,
You're
get
not
the
welcome
fuck
here
out.
anymore.
Get the fuck out.
I don't believe in Mike Gagne. Get out.
Yeah, I don't believe in Mike Gagne either. Mike Gagne,
And take the chair back up your ass too.
I will not.
I blame you for the reason that our lights aren't on.
I will not condone gay shit on this podcast.
Okay, buddy.
I will not condone gay shit
Okay,
on this
buddy.
podcast.
Calm down, buddy.
But anyways,
Calm down.
yeah. I mean, overall, I still don't believe in Joe Hendry.
Then I don't fucking believe in you.